everyone, hope everybody is doing fabulous and your day's going wonderfully wherever you are in the world. And by the way, those of you who've seen this show for the very first time or who have tuned in and in the past and haven't subscribed this yet, please subscribe, like and share, and hit that notification bell so when an episode comes out you will be the first to know. Well, I am here, and today all I've been doing is hopping and skipping and smiling from ear to ear because our Duchess and Prince Harry, they are showing the world that they not only talk the talk, they walk the walk. Meghan said it, that whatever she's doing, it's going to be behind the scene. And that's precisely why they set up Archwell Production. You know, we have Archwell Foundation, which deals with Meghan and Harry's charity work, the charity work they champion, and the different non-for-profit organization, as well as, you know, their own charitable organization that they amplify. And they also have Archwell Audio. So that is a huge conglomerate. And it's just amazing how far Harry and Meghan have come in such a short period of time. I mean, here Meghan came into the royal family, married Harry. It didn't work out over there. That wasn't a life for her. And, you know, the abuse and, you know, playing second class to other individuals in that royal family that, you know, cannot put sentences together. They cannot string sentences together. They had to get out of there because there was just too much jealousy. So thank God they moved and came to the US. And in this short period of time, I mean, they came here in 2021, and this short period of time, they've been able to put their three different organizations together, Archwell Audio, the foundation, and production, and they produced a hit Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan. Meghan podcast with Spotify was excellent. It was a hit, and they're going. Harry still has his Invictus Games, you know, a tremendous, you know, organization, a tremendous, I cannot tell people how important that Invictus Game, Invictus Game is, and they call it Games Pro. I cannot tell you how important it is for people's spirit, and it's just incredible. And they have so much more. Look, the other day they were part of the group that gave technology responsive power something. I don't have it written down right now. I may have it in my notes somewhere, but they were part of that organization. They were part of the founding partners of that organization. I wrote it down somewhere. I wasn't going to talk about it today, but since I mentioned it, I just have to go ahead and find it. But I know it's Technology, Responsible Technology Youth Power Fund. You know, they were able to give away $2 million to 26 individuals. Hello. 26 different groups they were able to give that $2 million to. So Harry and Meghan, they've done really, really well since they came here. They've done a significant amount of things. So really proud of them. And now today the big news. Ready for it? Drum roll! Just when the UK media and even the American press themselves, they're making money off of Meghan and Harry. So they have to continue lying and inventing stories. But just when the press was about to rule out Harry and Meghan, they came back with a whopping punch, and they've just earned the rights to Callie Fortune's book. And the book is called Meet Me at the Lake, honey. Meet Me at the Lake. And that book is going to be turned into a movie for Netflix. And what I understand about that book, it's very reminiscent of Harry and Meghan's life. For matter of fact, they said that book was literally a tribute to Toronto. And everybody knows Meghan was in Toronto for a very long time. I think 5 years of her life was spent in Toronto filming Suit. So she knows Toronto very well. So you see, look at the connection here. And, they talk about the book being a romantic book. And it sort of mimics Harry and Meghan's life in the sense that the two characters sort of had an encounter just like how Harry and Meghan, met each other. And they also mentioned that one of the characters in the book had lost a parent in a car accident, and I think that is similar to Harry's story. And although we don't know the circumstance around which, unless we buy the book and read it, which I'm going to do, go ahead and buy that book. We don't know the circumstance around which that parent was lost in the novel, but nonetheless, we know that it sort of mimics Harry's life in that sense. Also, too, the book also goes into mental health issues, and we know how big that is for Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan are huge champions of mental health. So that book, to me, definitely resonates with them. I could see why they would want to work on a project like that. I could see how meaningful that project is to them. So it's just right up their alley. It speaks to their heart, in terms of, what the book deals with. So that's just beautiful. It's just icing on the cake for not only for Harry and Meghan, but it is also for us as well as fans, because we will get to see them as bus man and bus lady. Is it bus man or bus gentleman and bus lady? So they're going to, the foundation is going to be producing. Now, the media itself, and go back to them again, the media have it's just really terrible and so evident that the media is trying to create confusion, and they're trying to sow a spirit of confusion in people. They're trying to create a situation or a belief that there's trouble in the Sussex household. But I have a lot of faith in them, and my spirit tells me that I shouldn't worry. That's why I keep on telling you guys, don't worry with what people are saying out there. I've been following Harry and Meghan for a very long time, and I'm not following them because I just got up one day and I said, oh, I'm going to follow Harry and Meghan. No, I looked at Harry and Meghan, I looked at them, and I saw good in them. One. Two, I saw people that were being persecuted and villainized with such vitriol out there. And I said, I cannot sit by and just be there and not say something. I mean, God put us on this earth to serve a lot of purposes. Some of us are soldiers, some of us are warriors, some of us, we have all different roles. But I decided to be a warrior for Harry and Meghan and to speak up against what I was seeing that was wrong, to sort of like inform people and to show them love. Literally, I think that was my calling there in their situation. And I'm happy that I've stepped up to the plate on that end of things. And it's just beautiful to enjoy, the things that they're doing in the process. They're decent people, and it's good to be able, to enjoy the fruits of their labor along with them. So that we don't know when that movie or that adaptation is going to come out on Netflix. We have the strike going on right now. They have to pull everything together in the sense of who's going to direct it, who's going to be the play the leading role, who's going to be doing this, and so it's a formidable task. And I know they have a wonderful team at Archwell, and of course Netflix is no spring chicken. They've been around the block. They know how to get things done. And plus Harry and Meghan has a lot of people that is rooting for them. Oprah is in the business. She has produced movies of her own, and she has produced screenplays of her own. And whether she had purchased the rights to whichever book, or if it was originally written for that production. But she's not a spring chicken. She knows about this stuff. And they also have Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is a huge resource, and he's produced a significant amount of movies as well as television shows. So there is just a tremendous amount of support, and that's just to name a few around the Sussexes. So they're going to be good, and I cannot wait. And by the way, that book was a New York Times bestseller. When it debuted, it came out #1, and it came out in May. So yes, Harry's book came out in January, and then that book came out in May, so it was a bestseller. And on the New York Times bestseller list, and I feel like it's gonna have a rebound again now that Harry and Meghan has acquired the rights to it. So people are going to be curious and they're going to go ahead and buy the book. I'm not only curious, I'm a fan. I want to know what is going on. I want to see what they're working with. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buy that book. When I leave here, after recording this show, I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to order a copy. And based on the reporting, they said that they purchased the rights of the book for about $3 million or so. And there's conflicting reports. Some people are saying that the rights were obtained by Netflix. Some people are saying that the rights were obtained by Harry and Meghan. Either way, we know that Harry and Meghan is producing it. So whoever obtained the rights, whoever bought the book, I really don't care, as long as Harry and Meghan is producing it and they bring in something to us, the public. I know when a lot of people heard that today, they almost lost their minds. They were enraged. And one of the things I notice is that whenever Harry and Meghan does something great, the media tends to sort of like, they become mum. They say nothing. because quite frankly, they only want to put out the negative. They only want to create doubt in people's minds. You know, they want to create a spirit of confusion in the public, so they don't report on positive things. They only report on negative things and things they can criticize. They're just waiting still for them to come up with a story, or they just conjuring up something. They're cooking up something. It's coming. It's coming. I'm not surprised that that in the next couple of days they're gonna start saying a lot of negative things about not only the book but the whole, you know, production of it and what have you. They're gonna be talking in that sense. So don't be alarmed. I'm just foretelling you guys exactly what is going to happen. So really, really exciting news, that we got today. And not only that, this was, been talked about for a minute now, and I literally didn't, pay much mind to it because I you cannot believe anything that people are reporting on unless it's coming from the source itself. And Carly came out today and she said to one of the print organizations out there that indeed that she was happy to that the rights of the book were going to Netflix and Archwell Foundation. So that was really nice, and you guys can read or listen to it because I put out a short on it on YouTube. So it wasn't until she acknowledged that I felt like it was appropriate to talk about it. So kudos to Harry and Meghan. Bravo, so proud of them, so happy. And yes, now lastly, I know it's really, really great news, but lastly, I wanted to talk about Dan Wootton. I said Dan Wootton. Somebody said to me, it sounds like I'm saying Dan Wootton, and they like how I say Dan Wootton's name. Yes, I said Dan Wootton. But anyways, lastly, the Guardian had an article today, and they talked about how Dan Wootton and Martin Brannan. So one of somebody that has they call them a performer. I don't know what to call them, but they say a performer of is it OnlyFans? I think that's what it is. OnlyFans is when they dress up in provocative ways or whatever they do there. I don't know. I've never been on any one of the sites, so I can't see what they do there. But anyways, one of these people came out and they literally reached out to the Guardian and told the Guardian about their experience with Martin Brannan. They said that back in 2013, they had seen on Craigslist an advertisement for a male model, and they responded to it, and it was from Martin Brannan, and that person ended up meeting Martin Brannan. They didn't say what they did, what they didn't do, but the advertisement was not for closing envelopes. That's how I'm going to put it. There were closing envelopes in that advertisement. Didn't advertise for closing envelopes. They advertised for a male model. I don't know what they were doing. But anyways, he said he met Martin Brannan, and then he said after meeting Martin Brannan started following him on Twitter, but the person that was following him on Twitter was Dan Wootton. He identified the person that he met with who was following him, and who was following was Dan Wootton. Now, after all what has been said of late about Dan Wootton, he felt like since Dan Wootton is not taking any accountability, he felt it was like his duty to speak up. And he said he is a living testimony that Dan Wootton is the person that he saw as Martin Brannan. So Dan Wootton at that time wasn't afraid to some people to let them know. But this guy has a lot of audacity. Here he is going as a pseudonym, and he's not only behind a curtain or behind a keyboard somewhere, he is literally revealing himself. So he did reveal himself, okay, his physical self. Dan Wootton himself revealed himself, and the name that he used was Martin Brannan. So that's another piece of evidence, in addition to what Alex had said already on Twitter and on Byline Times. So I am telling you, one thing I know about Hollywood and people on television and just the entertainment industry itself is that one thing they care about is their bottom line. Anytime their bottom line is affected, whoever is there that is causing their bottom line to be affected, they have to go. So what I heard is that GB News ratings, they've been going down. And when your ratings goes down, that is loss of revenue. And what they're not going to do eventually is keep Dan Wootton on their station while their station is sinking. They will not allow it to happen. Maddie, I read your comment, in one of my posts. One of the things that you said is that they're going to give Dan Wootton a nice check and send him on his way. And the reason why they're going to give him the money, maybe it's a severance pay, yes, but also as a payment to keep him quiet. So eventually when it becomes unbearable and it becomes where it is affecting their bottom line, their pocket, their money, they're going to let him go in due time. Notice how the Mail Online, they've literally suspended, well, they say they suspended his column, but I more believe that they have severed ties with Dan Wootton. I don't expect to see Dan Wootton coming back on Mail Online. It's too negative. They're already a negative brand, and to bring Dan Wootton in the midst again, I think that would weigh on the Daily Mail or the Daily Fail. So I think that is the end of the relationship between Dan Wootton and Murdoch and the Daily Fail. Literally, I think so. So we just have to wait and see what GB News is going to do. What will be the thing that breaks the camel back? I don't know. But once it comes to money, once they start losing money, I think most likely that will be it. Okay, so that's all for now. Until next time, I'm very happy. I cannot tell you how happy I am to have been able to, report on that and to see this today, and it's just been fabulous. By the way, I tried to go into the mall today, into one of the stores, and I'm like, well, I'm doing what I'm doing, which is just window shopping, literally. I'm not buying. I'm trying not to buy anything right now, because, as I said, some of you guys don't know, I want to build a little home in the Caribbean, because I feel like when you're away, for a long time and you left your country and you immigrated to another place, I feel at some point when you reach a certain age, wherever you're from, it calls back to you and you feel like you have to go back. So I just feel like I have to, it feels like a nesting thing. I just feel like I need to build that house. So I'm not spending any money now. I just go and look at things literally. I go and look at them. So I wanted to do the video in there, but when I got in there, there was background music, and you cannot have background music while you're doing a video, because any music that plays in the background and it's recorded, it's considered to be copyright. I remember when we did that live with the Harry 60-minute interview, in one of the commercials they had a song playing, and literally I got a strike for copywriting because that music was playing in the background. And yeah, it didn't really affect my channel that much, but I did get a notification about it being copyright. I had to edit the video that was left up. I had to edit it and cut out that piece. So we have to be very careful when it comes to things like that. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little late here right now, so I'm going to finish editing this video and I'll send it out to you. So I'll see you guys. Take care. Much love to you all. And don't forget, guys, if you're seeing the show for the first time, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. And guys, those of you who are watching the video, make sure you hit the like button. I cannot tell you how important that is. The reason why is because we want to uplift positive channels that are associated with the Sussexes. Because what I'm seeing out there is, it seems like it's a gang that is out there in terms of people who do not like Harry and Meghan, the negative Harry and Meghan channel. There's a lot, they have a lot of followings, and they know exactly what to do to get the algorithm to be in their favor. If you look at their videos have 100 and something thousand views. What does that mean? It means that the YouTube, because of the likes and stuff that they're getting, their algorithm is favored. It goes out there, and their subscription is very, very high. So whatever it is, the algorithm likes them, because I mean to say, evil and bad always, the devil always subscribe to that. So what you're gonna see is, Bible says, broad is the way that lead to destruction. So you're gonna see a lot of people following that path. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is, on your way out, is to hit the like button so that we can have the algorithm going towards things that are positive about Harry and Meghan. Anyways, enough said. Take care and continue enjoying your day wherever you are in the world. Bye. This time it's bye. Oh Lord. Oh yes. Yeah. Some notes I was looking at. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Ugh.